Thank you for stopping by Luxuriously Poor, and I hope you find today's video helpful. And I would like to say that if you need wisdom on what to do for now or the future, this book is extremely helpful. Hello everybody and welcome, and today I'm going to show you how you can take certain things and kind of stretch it for breakfast. Or if you want it for dinner, you can do this for dinner. These are some biscuits that I've frozen. Some are cooked, one isn't, and I'm going to use them in today's video. One way I stretch my bacon is by cutting it in half. You know, we can live on a lot less than what we think, and we better start learning to do that now because it's coming and it's right around the corner. And you know what? If we are foolish, the Bible has warned us, He don't help us. He is not going to reward the foolish. Now, I've got 4 pieces of bacon now that I can use to feed 4 people if that's what I want to do. I'm also going to show you how I'm going to stretch 2 eggs to feed 4 people. But here, I'm going to start some sourdough pancakes. So let's get that started. Now that little recipe card that is sitting there, that is the full recipe, but I cut it in half. And what I've got here is instead of taking a full cup, because it calls for a full cup of unfed starter, I'm using a half cup. And then it's 3/4 cup of flour and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda. And I put like a cup of milk and a teaspoon of salt or a half teaspoon of salt. But it's half of that card. Okay, I could just make the pancakes and that would be perfectly fine. And it would be dirt cheap. But I want to do a little bit more and add some protein. And that's why I'm going to make eggs and some other things with this. Where did I put my egg? I don't have an egg here. I could have sworn I took an egg out of the refrigerator. I had to stop the camera to go get my egg. I had forgotten it. Well, this I don't measure, okay? But it would probably be, it's supposed to be like a half a cup of milk. But I think the pancakes come out too thick when you do a half a cup. So I just pour them until, you know. You see, that's not enough, so I'm going to add more. You don't want it real runny. But I'm going to let this sit for a while. I think it takes about a cup of milk. That's my personal opinion. This is why I make a half of the recipe, not the whole recipe. But like I would use 3/4 cups of flour instead of a cup and a half a cup of sourdough starter, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Now see, that's much better. Okay, that's ready. Now I'm going to let this sit for a while though. Well, God is good because sourdough is something that is really, really good for us. And it is our responsibility, I believe, to honor God and our family in the right way by making healthy as we can make food or what we can afford. Okay, I've got myself a nice little stack of pancakes going here. I've already started them. And now the show is going to start with the 2 eggs. Okay, this is the star of the show. 2 eggs. And I'm going to show you how you can take 2 eggs and help feed 4 people for breakfast. Now, we have to cut corners wherever we can, do whatever we can to save on the most expensive foods. And eggs is one of those most expensive foods. So I'm going to show you how we can use this to feed 4 people. Okay, you can see there's the 2 eggs, and all I'm going to do is just beat them. Okay, I'm not going to put water, I'm not going to put milk, I'm going to add nothing else to this. I'm just going to beat these 2 eggs. And I'm going to show you how you can help use this to feed 4 people, okay? And we're going to cook this. I'm going to show you how I'm going to cook it. Okay, here's our stack of pancakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I got one more in the skillet. Now, all I needed was a 3/4 cup of flour, which is something you can store in a container for a year or more. And the milk that's from the Dollar Tree. I got a good supply of that stuff. And then 1 egg. And if you don't have an egg, make it without the egg. Nothing cheaper than this. And some, I mean, sourdough, easy to make, easy to keep, and very handy. Now we're going to get going because this video really is about how to feed 4 people with 2 eggs. Okay, our last pancake is ready. And here we go with the egg. I use the same skillet that I use for the pancakes for the egg. Look at that pop up. Oh, yes. Now, I have to hold this camera myself, and so I'm not going to be able to flip this and hold it, so I'm going to come back after I flip. Okay, there it is. It's flipped. Now, I'm going to let it cook, so it's done in the center. And then, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I have a suspense of it all. No, I'm just kidding you. It's just 2 eggs, okay? And this is what we're going to do. We're going to go down the center of this. We're going to cut here, all the way down, and then all the way across the one side here. And then we're going to do the same over here. Now, we have 4 pieces. We took 2 eggs and we doubled them. We're going to put this on biscuits with some bacon. Okay, this is our biscuits. Remember the biscuits that I put in the oven to reheat from my freezer? Okay, this is 1 slice of bacon. Remember, I cut it in half. I only use 2 slices of bacon. Okay, that's how I get. I almost dropped that. This is how I get my bacon to last me for a couple of weeks. Is by putting a slice. Now this one I put 2 because this person is only going to eat 1 biscuit. And so instead of splitting it into 2, I'm going to go ahead and give them their 2 pieces of bacon on 1 biscuit. But normally I would use 1 piece of bacon. And there's the egg on top. And I don't want to drop this. There it is. Pretty good breakfast, I think. Oh, and I have some fried potatoes over here. All right. Well, that's how you stretch 2 eggs to feed 4 people.